Hi, this is Tim Donahue of 8 points, 9 seconds, and what we're going to do is watch all 16 turnovers from the Pacers' loss at Miami on April 11th. 12 of these 16 turnovers are going to be related to bad passes, and the first one is the first of those. You can see Roy Hibbert gets open underneath, but David West telegraphs the pass, and Miami plays the passing lanes. They did a great job of trapping and playing the passing lanes all night long. The second turnover here is not a bad pass, but it's a 3-second call. Jan apparently doesn't realize he's got to get outside the red in order to reset, and the Pacers overpass here, causing the 3-second call. The Pacers are the ways the Pacers make bad passes are many and varied, but this is a lazy pass. I don't even see what Paul George sees there. He has a tendency to kind of zone in and just make a decision that doesn't make any sense. Then there's the vaguely inaccurate overpassing, which is going to occur on this play. You can see it's a great idea to kick it to the corner, but Luis just misses his man. Of course, maybe CJ could have come out for that a little more, but it's still a bad pass by Luis. And then this is the third theme, which is telegraphing the past. And what we're going to see with Luis Scola and here Evan Turner is that he just doesn't seem to realize that his defender has arms and can jump and thinks he can just kind of whip it over his head, and it really doesn't work out very often. On this play, you're going to see the beginning, one of the worst recurring themes, which is many of the Pacers' turnovers come trying to get the ball to Roy Hibbert. That was a pass. That was a bad pass. I actually think that a lot of players in the league would have been able to save that pass, even though it was bad. But with Hibbert, his mobility is so poor. You just can't. You just have to have it on site. This turnover is a tough call turnover. I think Paul George may have been fouled here, but Miami was getting the benefit of the aggressor. They've been aggressive all night, and sometimes that call doesn't happen, but he clearly travels here. And just doesn't get away with it. We continue to work the offense, and it's time for another bad pass, and I'm sure it's going to be to Hibbert. And actually, this is a bad pass again, which is both parties are responsible for. Paul George makes a bad pass, but Hibbert just stops, and it's just disturbing how little field these guys have for each other. This one's difficult to see. It looks like a horrible pass, but I can't tell exactly how bad of a pass from that angle. But again, trying to get the ball to Hibbert. This is going to frustrate Hibbert, and then there's an interesting little reaction here at the end by Vogel, but I don't think he's speaking to Hibbert. I think that's actually Paul George that he's speaking to. But again, especially with Hibbert, it's almost as if they've never played together. And this play here is a good attack by Lance, and I actually think the wrong call. I don't know if I'd go so far as to call it a bad call, because it's understandable why it happened. But what you'll see on this this slow motion replay is, Lance gets there, and Udonis is sliding to his right, which is a foul. He kind of slid under him, didn't give him a chance to go through, and I like Lance making that play, but it's just a tough call, and it could go either way. This is just more telegraphing. Watch this. I mean, they play like they're high school quarterbacks. They stare down their receivers, and a team like Miami is just going to eat them up doing that. Moving on, we're going to discover that, again, they're going to trap aggressively. Lance thought he was fouled on that play. I don't know if he was or not. It's another pick and roll to Roy Hibbert. The guys are not making good passes, but Hibbert also never saves any bad passes. This is a habit George Hill's getting into, which is running down the baseline like he's Steve Nash, but he gets himself into trouble, throws the ball away there. And here's another one of the Evan Turner, Luis Scola stare at a guy and then throw it into the defender's hands. It just happens so often. It's scary. This one is frustrating. I hate this kind of production work on the cameras, but it's the only replay I have. I think it's classified as a lost ball, but it's C.J. Watson making the turnover. And then this is the final turnover of the game. Once again, George Hill gets around the corner, feels like he's in trouble, tries to get it to West, and just can't get it over the defender. The Pacers have a lot of problems with bad passing and not making ball fakes, and they need to get better at it.